fast forward a little bit, and Henderson is wake up in his dungeon in a chair, tied up. Will is there, he's talking to him, he's wearing a mask that look like Henderson. Long story short, he end up killing Henderson. And when he's kill him, he start to get a bloody nose because Henderson had kicked him. And the Roomba, the stupid Roomba robot, is start to come to clean the mess. And what it's do is makes Will bloody nose with Henderson blood. Will start to clean everything up. He say the blood is mixed up. I cannot leave this here. So he take the Roomba and a couple of other things that is like evidence. But in season 1, he pee inside of a mason jar and he leave it in the cupboard. And it's never got found. Nobody know where the crusty, smelly pee is at this point. Could still be there. It can still come back to bite Will, Joe, in the coolant. Now, 40 have a new friend that he meet at an event or something. And he's liking her. Come to find out, dum dum dum, is Candace. But Candace now say her name is Amy Adam. She know exactly how to play with him or whatever, but apparently. Come to find out, Candace was gonna pretend to stay dead. There's a lot of flashback that explain a lot of stuff during season 2. A police officer had told Candace, the best way for you to, if you don't want to get hurt, he think you're dead, stay dead. But when Beck book come out, she realized, holy shit, Joe is killing again. I must stop him. So that's why she confront him at the end of season 1. Season 2, she find him in California. Now she is dating his girlfriend brother. Of course, they have to play the game. They cannot say, oh, I know her, she's my ex-girlfriend, I tried to kill her. But the whole time, they are telling Amy, Candace, is telling 40 how Joe is not good, Will, and vice versa. We get to meet 40 and Love parents. They have like a anniversary weekend at like some sort of a retreat or something with tents and smoking the marijuana and some weird shit. You find out that the dad for 40 and Love is not really nice. He don't pay attention to 40. He don't have no time for him. He's always busy doing something. And the mom is just like a drug up, drinky housewife or something. You can tell there's like a weird side to them. And they clearly try to cover up a lot of stuff. Like, they want to seem like they are a perfect family, but there's a lot of issues going on behind. 40, who was a drug addict, he's in and out of rehab. We find out that the reason why he's do drugs and why Love will not leave him alone and is always by his side, even though it's annoying and he's a grown-up adult. When they were younger, they had a nanny, an au pair, like rich people call it. And this au pair, who was of age from another country, she take advantage of 40. And him fall in love with her, but it was abuse. Nevertheless, it was abuse. 40 kill the au pair. His entire life has been very crazy. He is abused, the dad, so he's do drugs to try to cope with everything, whatever. The anniversary weekend is some stuff unfold. Will and Love say some stuff that they should not say, so they go back, but they go back separate. They're not together. They think it's for the best. He start dating other people, other girls, some crazy girls, and she start dating. He looked like one of the Hemsworth brothers. The actors, He looked like one of them. He even have an Australian accent. At this point, she's put blind cortinas, curtains, protecting her walls because you did not know this, but from Joe apartment, he have a telescope and he can see into Love house, everything. And she always had it open, but now she's half closed. It's a way to block him out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna block it. Will is doing his thing after a few failed attempts to date girls on the Tinder or the Bumble or the Hinge or Grindr, whatever it is. I don't know this stuff. He start hanging out con Delilah. They do the sexo. And she's very cool. She say like, oh, I hope you enjoy it. It's not gonna happen again. Oh, and by the way, before Delilah been hooking up with a guy. He is a police officer. Now they're hooking up, you know, the regular, kind of getting to know each other a little bit. But you can tell that they both have some stuff. Some time has gone by and Will and Love kind of start to talk again. But there's some other stuff going on. You know, 40, who's embarrassing himself all the time, trying to make a movie. It's gonna be the big hit. Nobody want to help him because he's the junkie son of a rich man that won't even help him. He continues to keep writing stuff. And at some point, they start to read the book that Beck had written, which is give 40 some ideas. He start looking more into it with the Dr. Nikki, and is giving his crazy self some ideas. He convincing Will, Joe, that they're gonna do a movie together. But they're gonna write it together, and it's gonna be, you know, a great big thing, a great hit. They hire Ellie to do some work for them as well, you know, like an internship. And that way, Will can keep an eye on her too. Even though he killed Henderson, she still needs some help, and he feel bad for Delilah. You know, Delilah is a columnist, and she's always running for a story. So, you know, he's gonna keep an eye on her. For Candace is trying to tell 40 that Will is not a good person. You know, and he kind of believe it, you know. What do you say? I don't know. He is different. He's weird. And Will is doing the same thing. He's telling Love that Amy, Candace, is not a good person. There's something about her. I don't know. She's using your brother. Go back and forth a lot, trying to one-up one another. Finally, Love decides to break everything off with her little boyfriend. She's telling him, you know, I'm not moved with you, I don't love you, do your own thing, whatever, whatever. And you can tell he's sad, but he said, you are gonna go on. I don't need you. At a certain point, Amy, she tell Love everything about Joe. And it make Love very distraught, very scared. But quickly, Joe switched it around on her, and he tell Love that Candace was her real name, that she was his stalker. She's been stalking him, and that's why he moved. But she's now found him, and yes, his name is not Will, it is Joe. He had to change it, and her name is Candace. But she is a stalker, and she's lie about him to get him away from her and everybody else. Candace wants to keep him to herself. As all of this is going on, Delilah is make the realization that Joe killed Henderson. Even though it was to help him or help her, he still killed somebody. For a little bit, they were blaming her sister because she was the last one there. Now she know the truth. So what he do with her? He don't want to kill. So he lock her up in the glass cage. And he say, I don't want to hurt you. I just want to figure everything out. Once I figure everything out, I gonna let you go. But I cannot be around when I let you out. He don't want to go to jail. He don't want something. He knows something bad is gonna happen. He knows she's a good person. So he say, I'm gonna leave you in this cage. And then once he finally realize what his plan is, he's gonna buy a ticket and all this, and he's gonna go to Mexico or somewhere. He gonna let her go. So what he do? He go and he buy a handcuff, like the one Hecky have over there, but it's much fancier one. It's a handcuff you put on, and you put a timer. And the timer, whatever time you put, that's the only time the handcuff gonna open. So he put it for, I believe, 16 hours. And he figured in that time, in the 16 hours, he gonna get back up, get his stuff, and he gonna be gone. Okay? That's the plan. Nothing is ever as it seems. So when Joe go to an Avram to tell everybody goodbye, I'm leaving, he's outside with 40, and him and 40 are approached by some guys in an SUV, and they put a mask thing on their face, and they kidnap them, and they take them in a car. And in the car, they are talking to each other, being silly and stupid or whatever. And the guy in the front, who have a very thick accent, not like me, not like my sexy accent. It's a very weird, maybe Russian, a German, or something like that. He tell them to shut up. Why you talk so much? They are brought to a hotel, okay, by these two men. That's when 40 say to Joe, he say, listen, I paid these guys to kidnap us and bring us here. Like, Steven Spielberg or whoever, they do the same thing when they write movies. Excuse me. So just give me some time. But these men will shoot you if you try to leave. They take his cell phone, his keys, his pasaporte, his money, everything. And they say, we're going to be stuck here until we finish write this. Not before. If you try to escape, they will shoot you. And even if you escape, you have no papers. They have all of your stuff. They're not gonna give it to you. Joe say, you know what? Let's get to it. The faster they get to it, the faster he can get out, no? So they try to write the stuff. Then, once they think that they finish... Oh, by the way, this whole time, Ellie is in on the plan. She's across the hallway in another room. But she's free to come and go as she please. She's not part of the thing. It's just Joe and 40 cannot leave. So, she's come back. They figured, they write it. It's great. So Joe say, finally, Jess, I can get out of here. But Ellie, with her big boca, she said, no, this is nothing. You can do so much more, which get 40 thinking.